Hello, everybody, and welcome to Vinyl Treasures. I'm your host, Johnny G. John Glinda, coming to you live not each and every Wednesday. It's our All 78 show this cold afternoon here in Westchester County, New York, on this January 9th, 2025. A cold day, 29 degrees and windy here, so it makes it like howling wind here. And a little bit late here. I apologize for that, but had a great show last night. We're here for the 78s out of my collection. We opened up today's show with the Beale Street Boys, and not the vocal group, though. This is a group, that group formed back in the 1930s. This group, formed by pianist that you heard on there, Milt Buckner, put together this group, a recording for Herman Lubinsky's Savoy Records as the Beale Street Boys. I think they also recorded as the Beale Street Gang, and they also, I think, had a release on Savoy as the Hot Shots. And their first release was in 1946. This was their second release from May of 1949. The Beale Street Boys on Savoy Records with Fat Stuff Boogie, Johnny G losing weight, so you can't call me Fat Stuff anymore. I don't know. I still have some more to go, but I'm balancing it out. It's a good thing. It makes my knees feel good. But let's start it off here with the vocal portion, as I got 38 records for today, 78s. And let's open up the vocal portion here with probably the oldest song I ever played on any of my Vinyl Treasure shows ever. This is going back to 2005. And I've never featured a song from 1931, but this is the debut single for the Mills Brothers. They were from Pickaway, Ohio, recorded, and the group included John Jr., he was born in 1911, Herbert in 1912, Harry in 1913, and Donald in 1915. I think it was Donald Jr. And they signed with Brunswick Records, and this is their debut single. This was a big #1 record for the group. And it's interesting. It says on the label, 4 boys and a guitar, no musical instruments, no musical instruments or mechanical devices used in recording other than one guitar. It says this on this Brunswick label, but here we go. December 1931, way before. This record's as old as my father. He's as old as my father's a little bit older than this, because he was born in February. This record released in December of 31. The Mills Brothers on Brunswick Records, and the song is called Tiger Rag. The Mills Brothers.
Hold that tiger, 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 hold that tiger. Where's that tiger? Where's that tiger? Here's that tiger. Where's that tiger? Here's that tiger. Where's that tiger? Here's that tiger. Hold that tiger, 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 hold that tiger. Where's that tiger? Where's that tiger? Here's that tiger. Where's that tiger? Here's that tiger. Where's that tiger? Here's that tiger. No, 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 no. Hold that tiger.
Well, Johnny G getting caught here. There you go. That is the debut single for the Mills Brothers on the Brunswick record label, December 1931 release. Wow. A song entitled Tiger Rag. That one there going way, way back. Now let's move up to 1938. No, we play the music chronologically here on the 78 show. Let's move up to 1938. This is a flip side from the last 78 show. I featured Louis Armstrong on the Decca label with I Can't Give You Anything But Love. That was released in September of 1938. Now, the flip side is a song that dates back to 1929, written by Thomas Fats Waller and Harry Brooks for the Broadway musical Connie's Hot Chocolates. I can go for some hot chocolate now. Let's go to September of 1938 for Louis Armstrong and his orchestra on the Decca record label. The song is called Ain't Misbehavin', parentheses, I'm Saving My Love for You, Louis Armstrong.
No one to talk with, all by myself. No one to walk with, I'm happy on the shelf. Ain't misbehaving, save my love for you. Mama, I know for certain, the one love through flirting, just you that I'm thinking of. Misbehaving, save my love for you. Like Jack Horner in a corner, don't go nowhere. What do I care? All your kisses, waiting for, believe me. I don't stay out late, don't care to go home about 8, me and my radio. Misbehaving, saving love for you.
There you go. That's the sound of Louis Armstrong and his orchestra. Great trumpet player, too. There you go. I think he would perform this live with the when they would do this Connie's Hot Chocolate in Harlem, when they would play out there on the live venues. He would perform this. It became a big gimmick for him to go up there and do this song live. This is September 38, release on the Decca label. Louis Armstrong and his orchestra, Ain't Misbehavin', I'm Saving My Love for You. Johnny G ain't misbehaving, as I don't know, last night I had the copy. It was so great the way it turned out, because the AI was identifying a whole bunch of the songs I was playing, so I was getting worried. I said I can't have too many copyright, and I think I figured it out. I can't have too many copyright tunes in a row because they get antsy after about a couple hours. So I would go and try to get kind of an obscure record, but it was funny. I closed the show last night with a double play with Sugar Pie DeSanto, and I knew possibly I was pushing it, especially when an artist passes away and you feature their records in a row. So I played one for Edmund, and then I played Crazy Lovin', and right at the end of the song they blocked it. It was great how it turned out because it was right at the end of the thing. Let's hope they do not. I don't expect them to come out with these maybe. I don't think so. I think we're going to be okay today. Let's hope we are okay. But anyway, let's continue here, and let's move into the year 1939 now for this trio from St. Louis, Missouri, first recording for the Variety label back in 1937. Other releases also on Vocalion and OK Records before they signed with Decca. In the early 1939. This trio included Bob Bell, Roy Banner, and Walter Williams. Collectively, they were known as the Three Peppers. The Three Peppers. And this was their third of 7 for the Decca label, recorded on May 22nd of 1939 at their second session for Decca Records, released in June of 1939. Here we go with the Three Peppers on Decca. It's called 3-Foot Skipper Jones. The Three Peppers. Oh, wrong one there, Johnny G.
When everything is quiet, talks to one man riot, makes the neighbors groan. 3-foot Skipper Jones, the head man in a puddle, the top man in a huddle, rules the gang alone. 3-foot Skipper Jones, when the day is done, watch the skipper run, calling mommy, I want mommy, she's the only one. He's daddy's toy collector, the cake and jam inspector, perched up on his throne. 3-foot Skipper Jones. Makes the neighbors groan. 3-foot Skipper Jones, the head man in a puddle, the top man in a huddle, rules the gang alone. 3-foot Skipper Jones. Daddy's truck collector, cake and jam inspector, sitting high on a throne. Slewfoot, flatfoot, 3-foot Skipper Jones.
There you go. Those are the Three Peppers. The Three Peppers there from June 1939. That's on the Decca record label. 3-foot Skipper Jones. As that's not too tall, is it? I'm 6'1". couldn't be 3 foot. Anyway, Johnny G talking gibberish here. Now, on the last 78 show, I featured Mildred Bailey with the Delta Rhythm Boys from July 1941 on the Decca label with Everything Depends on You. That was her 4th of 5 that she did with the Delta Rhythm Boys. Let's give a listen to her second release. Now, many of you know a big hit of this tune as done by Ray Charles back in 1960 for ABC Paramount Records, a tune written by Hoagy Carmichael and Stuart Gorell, and first done by Hoagy Carmichael back in 1930 for the RCA Victor record label. But let's give a listen to this version as done by Mildred Bailey along with the Delta Rhythm Boys from April 1941 on the Decca label, her rendition of the tune Georgia on My Mind.
Melodies bring memories that linger in my heart, make me think of Georgia. Why did we ever part? Some sweet day when blossoms fall and all the world's a song, I'll go back to Georgia, 'cause that's where I belong. Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Georgia on my mind, Georgia, Georgia, a song of you comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pine. Other arms reach out to me, other eyes smile tenderly, still in peaceful dreams I see the road leads back to you. Georgia, Georgia, no peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind.
Always on my mind, though other arms reach out to me, other eyes smile tenderly, but
still in peaceful dreams I see the road leads back to you. Georgia,
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 no peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind.
Can't forget you, it's true.
Keep Georgia on my mind.
There you go. That one there going way back to April 1941. That's Mildred Bailey with the Delta Rhythm Boys on the Decca record label. Their rendition of the tune Georgia on My Mind is the name of that tune. Johnny G here on a Thursday. If you're new to the program, just finding out about the Vinyl Treasure Show, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and click that bell to get all notifications. This is the second show of the week. I don't do this every week. This 78 show, I do it every other week because I don't know what I have as far as 78s go, so I'm pulling them as I go. and mixing and matching as I go. So you can talk to my mother. She sees me cleaning them every other week over the sink there. I try to clean all these 78s before I put them on. Sometimes they don't sound so hot because remember, during the wartime, there was not they didn't have the right ingredients to make these nice, great shellacs sound good. It was recycled, so it's very poor sounding. Some are worse than others. As we get into the 1950s, the vinyl becomes better. I think the bigger companies, though, they kind of cheated a little bit. They were able to get the supplies to make the 78s, but sometimes they don't sound well. So it's pot luck a lot. But we'll see how they sound. I don't think that these Decas sound pretty decent. You can see it when you get the record. They're nice and shiny and smooth. You don't see any of those like bumps or whatnot in it. But some of these Decas, though, not so good. Others good. Let's continue here, and let's move into 1944 with another Decca release. This is 4 Decas in a row as the Mills Brothers return. This time, the first group to do this, Eddie Seller, Sol Marcus and Sal Marcus and Guy Wood penned tunes. So many artists recorded this song through the years. You may know them by the Hilltoppers, the Four Knights, Annie Lloyd, Ray Peterson, Sammy Davis Jr., Roy Hamilton, the Classics, a group version of that. Ruby and the Romantics did it. Al Martino, the Four Preps, the Letterman, James Brown, Hank Thompson, Pat Boone, so many others recorded this tune, but this is the very first from May of 1944 on the Decca record label. Let's give a listen to the Mills Brothers with the tune Till Then.
Till then, my darling, please wait for me. Till then, no matter when it will be, one day I know I'll be back again. Please wait. Till then, our dreams will live though we are apart. Our love, I know we'll keep in our hearts. Till then, when all the world will be free, please wait for me. Although there are oceans we must cross and mountains that we must climb, I know every gain must have a loss. So pray that our loss is nothing but time. Till then, let's dream of what there will be. Till then, we'll call on each memory. Till then, when I will hold you again, please wait till then. Although there are oceans we must cross and mountains that we must climb, I know every gain must have a loss. So pray that our loss is nothing but time. Till then, let's dream of what there will be. Till then, we'll call on each memory. Till then, when I will hold you again, please wait till then.
There you go. That's the sound of the Mills Brothers there, May 1944 release. They originally did that song, Till Then. We'll send it out to Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat. Also to Jack Saperstein tuned into the program. Those are the Mills Brothers on the Decca label. Till then, Johnny G will be back on Saturday evening. So if you like 1950s and early 60s vocal group harmony, tune into that program on Saturday. Charlene is working on the requests. And we're gonna leave in a more normal hour. I will guarantee that. You can bet on it, Joe Shacatano. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, let's move into 1945 now with a flip side from the last 78 show. As we head to the Bronx, New York, for Celestine Stewart and the Charmers. Featured her rendition of the tune on the last show, "Waiting for the Train to Come In," on Ben Barton and Harry Lentzka's, I can't say that name, Hub label. And let's give a listen to the flip side before we file it back down in the No Humidity basement from December 1945. Celestine Stewart and the Charmers on Hub Records. It's called "If I Didn't Have You."
If I didn't have you, skies would never be blue, and there would always be rain. If I didn't have you, you're so precious to me. You're as sweet as can be. Life would be living in vain if I didn't have you.
And if I ever should lose you, I'd cry. Tears would fall like the rain from the sky.
You're the one love for me. I know there never could be anymore. As the years follow through, I'll be faithful and true. 'Cause I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have you. You're the one love for me. I know there never could be anymore. As the years follow through, I'll be faithful and true. 'Cause I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have you.
And if I didn't have you,
if I didn't have you.
As December 1945 released there on the Hub record label, Celestine Stewart and the Charmers, "If I Didn't Have You" is the name of the tune. If I didn't have you, the listeners, Johnny G wouldn't be here. Thank you all for your support here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Grace, does my mother like that song? That sounds like a song that my mother would like to listen to. She's tuned into the program downstairs, and Grace is here today, so she is monitoring my mother down in the kitchen watching Johnny G on the program today. Let's continue here and move into the year 1946 with a group from Newark, New Jersey, formed back in 1943. Now, this group included Walter Dawkins, Madison Flanagan, Enoch Martin, and Samuel Rucker. Collectively, they were known as the Velvetones, a very common name when it comes to vocal groups. but this group out of Newark, New Jersey, recording for the Coronet record label. This was their second of 5 on the Coronet label, and it features Enoch Martin on lead. Let's go to January of 1945 for the Velvetones. It's Coronet Records. It's called Easy Baby.
I saw a girl learning to drive with her boyfriend at her side. The boy was as calm as he could be, but finally he cried. Easy baby, please don't touch the clutch. Easy baby, don't choke it too much. Watch out for this curve, and please don't lose your nerve. Easy baby, don't let the motor stall. Easy baby, don't run into the wall. Push down on the brake, and hold on for my sake. When we get on the runway, you can step on the gas. But while we're on the avenue, go slow and not so fast. Easy baby, raise up off your seat. Easy baby, yes you can use your feet. Keep one eye in the glass and let the other cars pass. Easy baby, easy baby. I like to ride when I'm by your side, but don't forget I want to keep alive. Easy baby, easy baby. I must admit I admire your wit, but the way you're driving is giving me a fit. When we get on the runaway, you can step on the gas. While we're on the avenue, go slow and not so fast. Easy baby, easy baby. Don't turn to the left, don't turn to the right. Just keep on coasting and hold on tight. Easy baby, easy baby. Easy baby, easy baby. When we get on the runway, you can step on the gas. But while we're on the avenue, go slow and not so fast. Easy baby, raise up off your seat. Easy baby, yes you can use your feet. Keep one eye in the glass and let the other cars pass.
As January 1946, that's rough two ways. The vinyl and also the condition doesn't make for a good, well, listen, unfortunately, but listen, where else are you going to hear these records here? Who else plays these, at least for an audience to hear? Velvetones there, January 1946 on the Coronet record label. Easy Baby is the name of the tune. We are in the year 1946. This group included Vernon Horse Gardner, first tenor, Edward Cubby Ware, he was the bass, Carter Wilson, second tenor, Cameron Williams, the pianist and arranger, and the lead singer on this, Harry Douglas. Collectively they were known as the Deep River Boys. This is their second of 21 for the RCA Victor record label. This tune written by Alice Sims and Leonard Joy. This was recorded April 4th of 1946. RCA released it in October of 1946. Let's give a listen to the Deep River Boys on the RCA label. It's called Foolishly Yours.
Yours I'll be always, so foolishly yours. Nothing can change me, I'm yours. Try It's you I adore, so I come back for more of your kisses and more of your lies, more of your thrills and goodbyes. But each time we part, I leave you. My heart can't do without you. I'm so foolishly yours. More of your kisses and more of your lies, more of your thrills and goodbyes. But each time we part, I leave you. My heart can't do without you. I'm so foolishly
There you go, the sound of the Deep River Boys there. Gee, listen to this place. October 1948 release. That's their second of 21 for the RCA record label. That is Harry Douglas on lead. The Deep River Boys with Foolishly Yours. Johnny G is Foolishly Yours every Thursday. Well, it's not every Thursday afternoon. It's every other Thursday afternoon. So if you enjoy what you're hearing, you can send Johnny G an email at vinyltreasures@aol.com. You got to, actually, that is the best way to send me your request, because Charlene doesn't always pick them up in the chat room. I don't always pick them up. I am multitasking. Geez, Charlene is scolding me for not sending her the list because I'm multitasking. I just don't have the time to do it. Trying to do a lot of things at once, and but I can do it because I've been pressured all my life in my business life to do that. So I can handle a lot of pressure and do multi things at the same time. Some people can't. They find it very difficult, but I don't. But let's continue here on a Thursday afternoon. A beautiful day here in Westchester County, New York. Hopefully it's nice where you are. It hasn't been nice out in California. Those poor people out there with that fire, just horrible scene out there. We pray for those people out in California. Let us continue here, and let's move into 1947 now with the sound of the Charioteers on the Columbia record label. And on the last 78 show, I featured their 48th release for Columbia called I Can't Get Started. That was their 48th. This is their 47th, the one just right before that one, written by Jimmy McHugh and Dorothy Fields. This tune first recorded by Ted Lewis back in 1930. So let's move up 17 years, even though it's 1947 now, for this version. It features the great Billy Williams on lead, with the orchestra under the direction of Mitchell Ayres from November 47. Here are the Charioteers and their version of On the Sunny Side of the Street, the Charioteers.
Grab your coat, get your hat, leave your worry on the doorstep. Just direct your feet
to the sunny side of the street.
Can you hear that pitter-pat? It's a happy tune and it's your step. Life can be so sweet
On the sunny, sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade. But I'm not afraid.
This
Rover
crossed over, and if I never have a cent, I'll be rich as Rockefeller. A lot of gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street. Grab your coat and get your hat.
grab your hat,
Leave your little worry on the doorstep.
doorstep,
Just direct your
great
feet
big feet.
out to the sunny, 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 sunny side of the street. I can't hear a hair.
Can't you hear
That pitter
the pitter pitter
Oh,
patter?
it's a happy, happy tune, and it's your
Happy
step.
tune is your step,
Life can be so sweet
sweet as sugar.
on the sunny, sunny side of the street.
I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade, but I'm not afraid. This rover crossed over
And if I never have a cent,
to pay the rent,
I'll be rich and
ain't
Rockefeller.
it fine and
A
mellow?
lot of gold dust at my feet
All right,
on the
sunny side of the street.
I'll whisper it's the
Sunny side of the street.
I'll shout it, it's a
Sunny side of the street.
There you go, November 1947 release there for the Charioteers. That's the great Billy Williams on lead there with the Charioteers on Columbia Records. On the Sunny Side of the Street is the name of the tune. When I used to walk down in New York City, used to walk from Grand Central down to Times Square, I definitely walked on the cold days like today on the sunny side of the street. Johnny G here on a Thursday. Thank you all for being here. If you're digging these cool 78s from the 40s, we'll get into the 50s. Please give me a thumbs up. Also consider subscribing to my YouTube channel as we are in 1947. Now, I normally feature this saxophonist from Tulsa, Oklahoma, to open up my Saturday night shows. Was Big Rockin' Ed said that he sings. Well, yes, he does, and it's on. Usually I feature him on Sid Nathan's King record label, but he recorded for King Records beginning in 1947, but prior to King, he had releases on Ivan Ballin's Gotham record label. Here's his 9th of 26 releases on the Gotham label. I didn't think he had that many, but he's got a lot. And this is a song he wrote, and it's a vocal, and there's somebody back singing in the background here. Actually, it says on the label, Earl and the Boys. Let's go to August of 1947 for the great Earl Bostic and his orchestra on Gotham Records. It's called I'm the Guy That Really Loves You, Earl Bostic.
Yes, I'm Billy.
With the guy that loves
With the
ya.
guy that loves you.
With all my heart.
With all my heart.
Would you like a ringer
Would you like a ringer
upon that finger?
upon that finger?
From a guy that loves
From a
ya.
guy that loves you.
With all my
With
heart.
all my heart.
If you ask for the moon, then the moon will be yours any hour you care to name. If you'll just say the words that will make you mine, I'll deliver. Are you game? May I call the preacher
May I call the preacher
so we can feature?
so we can feature?
I'm the guy that loves
I'm the
ya
guy that loves you.
with all my heart.
With all my heart.
Now, baby, tell me, are you willing to share top billing with the guy that loves you with all my heart? Baby, would you like a ringer to go up on that pretty little finger from a lonely guy that loves you with all my heart? Now listen, sweet pea, if you ask for the moon, then the moon will be yours any hour you care to name. And if you'll just say the word that will make you mine, I'll deliver. Tell me, are you game? May I call the preacher so we can do a double feature? Baby, I'm the guy that loves you with all my heart.
Yeah, there you go. That's Earl Bostic on the vocal there from August 1947. That's on Ivan Ballin's Gotham Records out of Philadelphia. I'm the Guy That Really Loves You is the name of the tune. Now, the flip side is an instrumental by him, but I thought it would be good to give the vocal style. I don't know if he has vocals on King, though. He had other people, maybe other singers, other vocalists that recorded with him. I have to check, but I got a lot of records by Earl Bostic, but I like his style of saxophone. Johnny G here on a Thursday. Let's continue here with the 78s. One more from the year 1947. Now, on the last 78 show, featured this gal, born in Atlanta, Georgia. Annie L. Page was her name, but you know her as Annie Laurie. Played her a second release on Sid Nathan's Deluxe Records, her version of I Don't Stand a Ghost of a Chance with You. Let's give a listen to the flip side of that 78. This was first issued on Deluxe 1106, then again on Deluxe 3102, and even one more time is how I have it, on Deluxe 3322. And this is with the Paul Gayton Trio from September 47, Miss Annie Laurie. Annie Laurie on Deluxe. It's called One Sweet Letter from You, Annie Laurie.
Oh dear, I need one sweet letter from you. Oh, I'd love to read one sweet letter from you. You know that you left me so worried and blue, just hoping I'd get one sweet letter from you.
get one sweet letter from you. One sweet letter from you.
There you go. That's Miss Ann Laurie there, September 1947 release. Originally, I don't know, this deluxe a little bit later than that. Maybe 1950 or so. Deluxe records there. Annie Laurie with One Sweet Letter from You. Johnny G loves to get your letters, emails that is. You can email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. This is our second show of the week. We had the Soul Show last night beginning at 9 p.m. We had the show today a little bit late, but I'll be back on Saturday night beginning at 9 p.m., 9 to midnight, as we continue here on the Vinyl Treasures show. And let's move into 1948 now. And Jubilee was a secularized form of church music that was acceptable in nightclubs and concerts during the 1930s and 1940s. Now, the most popular of the Jubilee quartets was the Golden Gate Quartet. Now, they were students at Booker T. Washington High School in Norfolk, Virginia, recording for a number of labels, first for the RCA subsidiary Bluebird Records, beginning back in 1937. Then they would sign with Columbia in 1941 to have releases both on the subsidiary OK Records and the parent Columbia Records. Here's one they did for Columbia from August of 1948. Let's give a listen to the Golden Gate Quartet. It's on Columbia. It's called Do Unto Others, the Golden Gate Quartet.
Brothers and sisters, what the Bible says is true. You must do unto others as you'd have them do to you. You've got to do unto others. We're all sisters and brothers. You must do unto others as you'd have them do to you. You've got to just do unto others. We're all sisters and brothers. You must do unto others as you'd have them do to you.
Well, a man can go to college and still be a worthless fool. What good is a head full of knowledge if you don't know the golden rule? If someone's wagon gets stuck in the mud, help push him to the board. Or someday when your wagon gets stuck, you'll be there till the judgment morn. When you climb up to success, don't snub the people on the ground. 'Cause brother, when your luck has turned, you mean to see people coming down.
You've got to do unto others. We're all sisters and brothers. You must do unto others as you'd have them do to you. You've got to just do unto others. We're all sisters and brothers. You must do unto others as you'd have them do to you.
The good book said love thy neighbor and make everyone your pal. The good book said love thy neighbor, but it don't mean your neighbor's gal. When someone tells you gossip, keep it locked up on the shelf. 'Cause you can't sling mud at people and expect to keep clean yourself. Don't flirt with the girls you married, and men you better lead a faithful life, or someday a girl will flirt right back and may turn out to be your wife. Now you must do unto others, be all sisters and brothers. Do unto others as you'd have them to you. Now you must do unto others, be all sisters and brothers. Do unto others as you'd have them do you. As you'd have them do you.
A sound of the Golden Gate Quartet there from August 1948. That's on the Columbia record label. Do Unto Others is the name of the tune. Johnny G doing Unto Others here with my 78s here. Thank you all for tuning in as we continue here. We are in the year 1948, not 58, as I have been featuring the Ravens over the last couple of weeks here on Albert Green's national record label on the 78 shows. And that's because all of their 21 releases for national records were on 78s, except one that also came out on a 45, which I do have. Their 19th release from April 1950, their rendition of Count Every Star. I featured their first release on national on the last show, a song called For You. Here's their 6th release. It features Jimmy Ricks and Maith Marshall from February 1948. The Ravens on national records. The song is called Together.
Well, we strolling together, laughed in the rain together, sang love refrain together, and we both pretend it will never end. Yes, one day we cried together, cast love aside together. Yes, you've gone from me, but in my old memory, we always will be together.
Together we stroll the lane together, laughed in the rain together, sang love's refrain together, and we both pretend that it would never, never end. One day we cried together, cast love aside together. You're gone from me, but in my memory, we'll always be together. One day we cried together,
Cast love aside together.
you're gone from me, but in my memory, we'll both pretend that it never will end. We will start all over again. We'll always be together.
Yeah, that's the sound of the Ravens here on the 78 show. That's February 48 release there. On national records, Together is the name of the tune. A great combination there. The bass, Jimmy Ricks, and Maith Marshall, the Ravens with Together. Johnny G here together with you, the listeners of the Vinyl Treasure Show. Thank you all for being here. If you're new to the program, those of you just finding out about the show, please consider subscribing, as the show has been exploding here. And again, really, the more subscribers I get, the copyright police, they stay away. They do stay away. They give me a little bit more leeway and with comments, etc. So that is a good thing. Let us continue here as we move into 1949 now, as the Mills Brothers return again, this time backing up Lithuanian-born American singer, actor, and vaudevillian Al Jolson. This tune written by Abe Olman and James Brockman. Now this song, a hit for the Lyric Quartet back in 1915. Now, Al Jolson would perform this on stage and eventually released it on the Decca record label with the Mills Brothers backing him up. Let's go to January of 1949 for Al Jolson and the Mills Brothers on Decca Records. It's called Down Along the Sheltering Palms.
Down among the sheltering palms, oh honey, wait for me, wait for me. Don't be forgetting we got a day out where the sun goes down about 8. How my love is burning, burning, burning. How my heart is yearning, yearning, yearning to be down among the sheltering palms. Oh, honey, wait for me.
Down among the sheltering palms, oh honey, wait for me.
Wait for all of you?
Wait for me. Don't be forgetting we've got a day.
What time? What time?
Out where the sun goes down about 8.
It's cold around that time.
How my love is burning, burning, burning.
Mm-hmm.
How my heart is yearning, yearning, yearning to be down among the sheltering palms. Oh, honey, wait for me.
Down among the sheltering palms.
Oh, honey, wait for me.
Yeah, wait for me. Don't be forgetting we got a day
out where the sun goes down about 8.
How my love is burning, burning, burning. How my heart is yearning, yearning, yearning to be down among the sheltering palms. Oh, honey, wait for me.
We'll take a taxi.
Honey, wait for me.
There you go. There you go. That's the sound of Al Jolson and the Mills Brothers. You know, tempo change is so common, I think, back in the 1940s with lots of the releases. But that one there, January 1949, Al Jolson and the Mills Brothers on the Decca label. It's Down Among. I said along. It's Among. Charlene, I messed that up. If you can fix that. Down Among the Sheltering Palms is the name of the tune. Let us continue here. Let's move into 1950 now with motion picture music. I guess we'll call it motion picture music. This group called the Harmonaires, they had 3 releases on the KB label, Kaybee label, and this was their second release. Now, they performed this in the Hallmark movie. That's what it says on the label. The Hallmark movie from 1950 called One Too Many. Now, the screenplay was written by Kroger Babb, who owned this KB label. And the odd thing is that on the upper part of the label, there's that like little logo at the top. And it gives the writer credit to Kroger Babb and employees. How odd is that? And it states on the label that this is it's a colored a vocal sextet, and they're known as the Harmonaires, and they sang this in that movie from 1950, the Harmonaires on KB Records. It's called Get On Board, and it's interesting because somebody comes in and I think it's just taken from the movie because you hear like an announcer announcing them. So let's give it a spin here. The Harmonaires, it's called Get On Board on KB Records.
From the new Hallmark motion picture, One Too Many, the Harmonaires sing Get On Board. Get on
Ye heaven-bound soldiers, get on board. Get on.
Oh, get on board.
Board the children.
Better get on board.
Board the children.
Well, hustle on board.
Board the children. Well, there's room for many and more.
Now get on board.
Board the children.
Let's get on board.
Board the children.
Better hustle on board.
Board the children. Well, there's room for many and more.
I hear that train a-coming, yes, I hear just at hand. I hear those cars rumbling and rolling through the land. Let's get on board.
Board the children.
Better come on board.
Board the children.
Just hurry on board.
Board the children. Well, there's room for many and more.
Now step on board.
Board the children.
Better get on board.
Board the children.
Let's hustle on board.
Board the children. Well, there's room for many and more.
I hear that train a-coming, yeah, she's coming around the curve. She's losing all the steaming brakes and straining every nerve. Just get on board.
Board the children.
Better hurry on board.
Board the children.
Now come on board.
Board the children. Well, there's room for many and more.
Let's get on board.
Board the children.
Better get on board.
Board the children.
Better step on board.
Board the children. Well, there's room for many and more. This train don't care no jokers. This train. This train don't care no jokers. This train. This train don't care no jokers. No stuff different, no cigarette smokers. This train's a clean train. This train. This train don't care no liars. This train. This train don't care no liars. This train. This train don't care no liars, no hypocrites and no backsliders. This train and bound for glory. This train.
Then get on board.
Board the children.
Better hurry on board.
Board the children.
Now get on board.
Board the children. Well, there's room for many and more.
Oh, grab your ticket.
Board the children.
Our train is leaving.
Board the children.
On
Board the
board.
children. Well, there's room for many and more. Wow, wow. Wow, wow.
There you go. That's motion picture music here on the Vinyl Treasure Show from 1950. Those are the Harmonaires. Harmonaires on the KB record label. Get On Board is the name of the tune. These are in the year 1950. Let's go to Baltimore, Maryland for this great group, the sound of the Orioles. And on last week's show, I featured the B-side to their version of Crying in the Chapel called Write and Tell Me Why. That was their 33rd release, from 1953 on Jerry Blaine's Jubilee record label. Here is their 14th release, which never came out on a 45. I think there's a reproduction that they put out on a 45, but this never did. This was only available on a 78. It features the great Sonny Till on lead from August of 1950. When Barbara was filing records here the other day, she came up, she said, "Can I help you file some of your records?" I said, "Yeah, sure you can, but I'm trying to prepare for the 78 show." So I played this song, and she loved this tune. She never heard it before. She might be tuned into the program. She told me that she wants to get her mother to tune into the program today for these early sides. So this is from August 1950. The Orioles, Sonny Till and the Orioles on the Jubilee record label will send it out to Barbara Moreau. It's called "I'd Rather Have You Under the Sun." The Orioles.
I'd rather have you under the moon than anyone under the sun. The light of the stars puts a glow in the skies. The glow of the moon puts the stars in your eyes. Yes, there's nobody new, nobody who can do what your kisses have done. I'd rather have you under the moon than anyone under the sun.
I'd rather have you under the moon than anyone under the sun. Lights of stars puts a glow in the skies. Glow of the moon puts the stars in your eyes. There's nobody new, nobody who can do what your kisses have done. Girl, I'd rather have you under the moon than anyone under the sun.
Yes, there is nobody new, nobody who can do what your kisses have done. I'd rather have you under the moon than anyone under the sun.
There you go. We send that one out to listener Barbara Moreau, the sound of Sonny Till and the Orioles, and one that plays really nice, I got to say, compared to some of those early Jubilees. There you go, August 1950, Sonny Till and the Orioles, "I'd Rather Have You Under the Sun" is the name of the tune. The sun comes in at this time, blinding Johnny G here up here, broadcasting out of my... Somebody asked me where my studio was. It's in the attic of my home is where I'm broadcasting here, so that's a really, really good thing. One thing with the technology is you can broadcast on radio stations from your home, which is a cool thing to do because you have all the records here. Well, I don't know. Well, I play records. You know, there are people that were requesting songs on my show last night. I can't take requests. I can just play flip side requests. That I can do. I can also do that here on the 78 show. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, we are in the year 1950. This singer from Kinder, Louisiana, was signed with Sid Nathan's King and Deluxe label in 1947, mostly known for his jump blues. Had 15 top 10 R&B hits and well over 50 releases during his career. Now on many different labels too, Deluxe and King mainly, and there he was known as Roy Brown, and this is his Mighty Men. And I have also have some early 45s by him. I think I have one on blue vinyl too on the King label. Looks pretty cool. But this is a song he wrote from June of 1950. Roy Brown and his Mighty Men on Deluxe Records. The song is called... Let me just check it again. Yeah, it's called New, N-E-W, New Rebecca. Roy Brown.
Rebecca don't live here anymore. Well, Rebecca used to be my angel child. Yes, Rebecca, you used to be my angel child. Well, I had to let that woman go. Rebecca started running wild. Well, I'm looking for a woman who wants nobody but me. Yes, I'm looking for a woman who wants nobody but me. Well, I once was blind, baby, but now I see. Well, when it comes to making love, it's a natural fact. Rebecca satisfies or give your money back. Rebecca, you don't live here anymore. Well, you started running wild. I had to let that woman go. When I wanted my loving, Rebecca wasn't round. Rebecca, you don't live here anymore. Well, she started running wild. I had to let Rebecca go.
That's going to tucker you out if you're dancing to that tune there. June 1950 release there. That's Roy Brown and his Mighty Men. On Sid Nathan's deluxe record label, New Rebecca is the name of the tune. Let us continue here, and we are in the year 1950. Here's a flip side from the last 78 show. I featured the Coleman Brothers, although they're known as the Colemans, on this release on Fred Mendelssohn's Regal record label. Played the side of the flip of this called You Know I Love You Baby. This was their first of three on the Regal record label, so let's flip it over. Tony Barcia says a two-sider. I agree. This is September 1950. The Colemans on Regal Records. It's called I Don't Mind Being Alone. The Colemans.
I don't mind being all alone when I'm all alone with you. You're the kind I've tried hard to find. You make my dreams come true. In a crowd, I feel mighty proud. If you're not there, I'm lonely. I don't mind being all alone when I'm all alone with you.
No, I don't mind not there, I'm lonely. I don't mind being all alone when I'm all alone with you. I don't mind being all alone when I'm all alone with you. You're the kind I've tried so hard to find. Yes, you make my dreams come true. In a crowd, I'd feel mighty proud. If you're not there, I'm lonely. I don't mind being all alone when I'm all alone with you. No, I don't mind being all alone when I'm all alone with you.
A September 1950 release there for the Colemans. The Colemans on the Regal record label. That's their first of 3 on Regal. I Don't Mind Being Alone. You're never alone when you're tuned in to Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show. It's a fun get-together here, so thank you all for being here. And we have a nice, friendly chat room is what I like to see and hear. And hopefully you're hearing some cool tunes that you've never heard before, things that you're enjoying here. As we continue here, we move into 1951. Here's a flip side from the last 78 show, featured this gal from Newport News, Virginia, Ella Fitzgerald, on the Decca record label. The side I played on the last show was called Love You Madly, and she was being backed up by the Ray Charles Singers. They're also backing her up on the flip side. Now, I don't know what this style, I think her style of singing on this side, I didn't check it out to see what it was. But it's really cool, I have to say, and I like this side too. This is from August of 51. This is Ella Fitzgerald with the Ray Charles Singers. It's on the Decca record label. This tune written by Arnett Cobb. It's called Smooth Sailing, Ella Fitzgerald.
Boo boo doo, baby did da boo.
August 1951 release there for Ella Fitzgerald along with the Ray Charles Singers. Thank you, Gordy, for that scat. That's her singing scat, I guess, that style of singing, which I think is pretty cool, and especially on that record, which she kind of normally not know. I don't know. She does great up tempos and she does great ballads, and she sings with the Delta Rhythm Boys and a whole bunch of other groups too. So I know I have other Ella Fitzgerald 78s in my collection, so stay tuned for that. There you go, August 51, Ella Fitzgerald on Decca Records with Smooth Sailing is the name of the tune. Smooth Sailing here for a Thursday afternoon. Thank you all for being here. If you're new to the program, tell your friends about it. Please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. We are in the year 1951 as we go back to Baltimore, Maryland for a flip side from the last 78 show. It's on Herman Lubinsky's Savoy record label out of Newark, New Jersey. Featured the group's fourth release on the last show. The Four Buddies, a song entitled Sin, It's No Sin, that featured the great Larry Harrison on lead, but the flip side does not. It's like one of the few sides that Larry Harrison did not do lead. He was the lead on most of their songs except for two. One was called Sweet Tooth for My Baby, and the other was this tune, which features Tommy Carter on lead. He was the bass of the group. This is from September of 1951, the Four Buddies on Savoy, with their rendition of the tune Heart and Soul.
Heart and soul, I fell in love with you, heart and soul. The way a fool would do madly, because you held me tight and stole a kiss in the night. Oh, heart and soul, I beg to be on your love control, and tumbled overboard gladly, because that night magic kiss there in the moonlight mist. Do 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 do. Oh, but your lips were thrilling, baby. Much yes, too willing, yes. Never before were mine so strangely willing. Oh, now I see what sweet embrace can do. Look at me, it's got me loving you madly. That little kiss you stole, how goes my heart and soul?
My heart and
Those are the Four Buddies from September 1951, Herman Lubinsky's Savoy record label. Their rendition of Heart and Soul, that features the bass lead there of Tommy Carter. Tommy Carter on lead. Johnny G here on a Thursday. We continue here, and we are in the year 1951. 1951. And here's a flip side from the last 78 show. I featured Little Esther and the Dominoes with their tune called Heart to Heart. Featured Little Esther, a duet with Little Esther and Clyde McFadder on Sid Nathan's Gold Top Federal record label. Let's flip it over here from July 51. It's a solo effort by her. This is with the Earl Warren Orchestra and Little Esther on Federal. The tune is called Lookin' for a Man, parentheses, to Satisfy My Soul. Little Esther from July 1951.
I'm looking for a man to call my very own. Yes, I'm looking for a man to call my very own. He don't have to be handsome, just satisfy my soul. He don't have to be rich, don't need no silver or gold. No, he don't have to be rich, don't need no silver or gold. Just have what it takes to satisfy my soul. If he's short on brains, I won't mind, as long as he's a man and he's mine, all mine. He don't have to be rich, don't need no silver or gold. Just have what it takes to satisfy my soul. Everything'll be straight. If he's goofy as a loon, ball as a cue, as long as he's a man and he knows what to do. He don't have to be rich, don't need no silver or gold. Just have what it takes to satisfy my soul.
There you go. That's a Little Esther Phillips there from July 1951. That's the flip side of Heart to Heart that she did with the Dominoes. That's a solo effort. Looking for a Man to Satisfy My Soul is the name of the tune. That's on the Federal record label. I have that on a 45 also. Not that easy to find on a 45, but the 78 sounds so much better, I have to say. Johnny G here. Spinning my 78s. We got we're still in the year 1951 here. And let's go to back to the Decca record label for the Blenders. They had 8 releases on the Decca record label. This is their 4th release. From January of 1951, and we'll send this one out to Mark Langdale in Australia. I know he likes this tune here. The Blenders with Ollie Jones on lead, and Ray Johnson, he's the bass here. The Blenders with I'm Afraid, well, their rendition of the tune, in parentheses, I'm Afraid the Masquerade is Over. The Blenders on Decca from January 1951.
Your eyes don't shine like they used to shine, and the thrill is gone when your lips meet mine. I'm afraid the masquerade is over, and so is love, and so is love, and so is love. Your words don't mean what they used to mean. They were once inspired, now they're just routine. I'm afraid the masquerade is over, and so is love, and so is love, and so is love. I guess I'll have to play Pagliacci and get myself a clown's disguise.
I learned to laugh like Pagliacci
with tears in my eyes. You look the same. You're a lot the same, but my heart says no, 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 you're not the same. I'm afraid the masquerade is over, and so is love, and so is love, and so is love.
Yeah, that's the sound of the Blenders there. Ollie Jones on lead with the Blenders from January 1951. It's on the Decca record label. I'm Afraid the Masquerade is Over. That's their fourth of 8 for the Decca record label. We're still in the year 1951, and I know many of you out there are familiar with Jesse Belvin. Had so many great tunes during his career, recorded with so many vocal groups. But did you know the very first record that Jesse Belvin recorded? Well, this is his first record ever for Jesse Belvin. It's his debut single, and he was the lead singer with this group called 3 Dots and a Dash. Now, the group included Jesse Belvin, Undine Harris, Jimmy Huff, Richard Lewis, and Marvin Phillips. Yes, Marvin Phillips, who of course would record with Marvin and Johnny, and with Cherry Pie. I forget, there were a number. I think there were 8 different Johnnies, by the way. But anyway, this is the debut single for Jesse Belvin. He was the lead of 3 Dots and a Dash. It's from February of 51 on Imperial record label. The song is called well, it's gone. It is All That Wine is Gone. 3 Dots and a Dash. This is Jesse Belvin on lead.
All that wine is gone. Put your hair in. All that
Lord, sherry.
All that wine is gone.
Well, baby,
All that wine is gone.
long. I have to leave you, Daddy, 'cause the wine's all gone.
All that wine is gone.
Oh, elderberry.
All that wine is gone.
The cherry.
All that wine is gone.
Well, baby.
All that wine is gone.
Lord, berry. The cherry. Elderberry. Must I tell the big bow? Wild baby,
Wine, 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 wine. All that wine is gone.
There you go. That's 3 dots and a dash. That's their first of 3 on the Imperial record label. Tony Barcia mentions that this is on a 45. I have their second on a 45, and I think I have their third on, so I have all their records. This is their first, and I have their third on a 78, but this is February 51. That's the debut, I guess we'll call it the debut of Jesse Belvin on record there. 3 dots and a dash. All That Wine Is Gone is the name of the tune. Johnny G, not gone yet, although we are on the last page here of the show, and I hope you're digging the tunes here as we continue here. See how the music has changed from way back in 1931 as we see the progression here. We are in the year 1951. As this is a flip side from the last Vinyl Treasure show, I featured Savannah Churchill and the uncredited Striders on the Regal record label with the tune called Wedding Bells Are Breaking Up That Old Gang of Mine. And it was listener Mark Langdale in Australia that asked me to flip over the 78. So we're going to do that by request for Mark Langdale in Australia, February 51. This is on the Regal record label, Savannah Churchill. She's being backed up by the Striders on this. The name of the tune is called And So I Cry. This is for Mark.
Crying, she's crying.
They say that teardrops to the soul are likened to a summer rain falling on a withered rose, and so I cry.
She's crying.
They say that laughter to the soul is likened to a ray of sun breaking through a cloud-filled sky, but still I cry. They say that time will heal all sorrow, that there will be a bright tomorrow, that hearts don't break, but they don't know how long you've been away. How endless is my waiting now. How hopeless is my tearful sigh. And so I cry. They say that time will heal all sorrow. Heal all sorrow. That there will be a bright tomorrow. That hearts don't break, but they don't know how long you've been away. How endless is my waiting now. How hopeless is my tearful sigh. And so I cry. She's crying. She's crying.
As February 1951, there's Savannah Churchill being backed up by the uncredited Striders there. That's on the Regal record label. We'll send it out to Charlie LaRocco in our YouTube chat room there. That's his favorite group, the Striders, song entitled "And So I Cried." Johnny G not crying. Sometimes I do over some crack 78s. I was cleaning one on the it was the Black Herald label. It was so I'm cleaning it with a soft toothbrush, and I didn't see that there was it was a bad crack too. And I just see it, and I said, oh, I showed my mother. I said, I can't play this. How horrible that this record is broken, and I dare not play it. But I don't know. Somebody gave me a box of records, and it was in there, and unfortunate. And it was a nice mint copy too. Johnny G here on a Thursday afternoon as we continue here. We are in the year now 1952. Here's a flip side from the last 78 show. A record here. Actually, if you have it on 45, it's not that easy to find on 78 either. A group called the Encores. Now, I didn't know. Tony Barcia mentioned that Alan Freed played this record for a couple weeks, and then the record disappeared. And I would take it this was the side, the flip side, was it the up-tempo side that Alan Freed played, this group from Baltimore, Maryland. And it's featured the side When I Look at You, which was the ballad. They were called the Encores, November 52, on Leonard Chess's Checker record label. Let's play the flip side here. This is the Encores with Young Girls from November of 1952.
The young girls, why do they treat me this way? The young girls, why do they treat me this way? You make me feel so fine, I almost lost my mind. Said you told me that you love me, and you told me a lie. Now that you told me, then you told me all the time. Young girl, why do they treat me this way? You make me feel so fine, I almost lost my mind. Jump, 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 go, baby. Won't you love me?
I can definitely see Alan Freed playing that tune there. I would bet she was playing a 78 too back in, November of 1952. The Encores there on the Checker record label is called Young Girls, and it's not an easy record to find in any format too. Johnny G here on a Thursday. Hope you're digging on these cool 78s. Let's continue here. We are in the year 1952, and here is the debut single for the Sweethearts of the Blues. They were Shirley Goodman and Leonard Lee. You know them singing as Shirley and Lee. This was their first of 20 on Eddie and Leo Mesner's Aladdin record label. This is with Dave Bartholomew and his orchestra. This was a big number 2 Billboard R&B hit for them. What else is here? As I can't see with the sunlight in my eyes here. And it's from October of 1952. This is Shirley and Lee on the Aladdin record label. The song is called I'm Gone.
I'm gone completely out of my mind. Beg you to love me sometime, 'cause your love is mine.
Ooh, baby, my heart seems to ache and cry. Why did you tell me all those evil lies? I just had to say goodbye.
I'm gone. Seems as though you've gone far away. I can't sleep both night or day. Please come back and stay.
Ooh, baby, I'll give you one more chance. Only 'cause I need your romance. 'Cause your love is mine. 'Cause your love is mine. 'Cause your love is mine. 'Cause your love is mine.
There you go. That's duets here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That's Shirley and Lee. That's Shirley Goodman and Leonard Lee from October 1952 on the Aladdin record label. I'm Gone is the name of the tune. That's their first of 20 for the Aladdin record label. Johnny G, not gone, almost gone, but not yet, as we got to go to 1956. We are in the year 1952. Got some early Fats Domino here on the Imperial record label. His first release from January of 1950 was a song called The Fat Man. Let's give a listen to his 11th release. This was his first number 1 R&B hit on Imperial Records. It's from April of 1952. Fats Antoine Domino here on Imperial, and his first number 1 tune, a song entitled Goin', G-O-I-N, Goin' Home. Fats Domino.
Going home tomorrow. Can't stand your evil ways. Going home tomorrow. Can't stand your evil ways. When you're around me, I'm full of misery all day. I can't go on. I can't go on this way. I can't go on. I can't go on this way. You don't want my loving, so I'm going away to stay. Try to find me. Don't even call me on the phone. Don't try to find me. Don't even call me on the phone. I'm better off without you. So won't you leave for me alone?
There you go, the Fat Man there, the Fat Man with his 11th release on the Imperial record label, April 1952. Going Home is the name of the tune. I don't know, was that on a 45 or not? I don't know. Some of them are and some of them are not. That one might, I don't know if that was. I don't know if that was on an original 45. Might have been. Johnny G losing his mind here. Let's move into 1953 now with a flip side from the last 78 show. The debut single for this great group out of Cincinnati, Ohio, the Charms, on the Rockin' record label. The label managed by Henry Stone was working for Sid Nathan at Deluxe Records, and Sid Nathan, he would press and distribute the Rockin' record label. This record eventually was released on as the first single on the new Deluxe series, the 6000 series. The side I featured was Heaven Only Knows, with the great Otis Williams on lead. Let's give a listen to the flip side here. July 53, the flip side of Heaven Only Knows by the Charms on Rockin'. It's called Lovin' Baby. This is Otis Williams on lead with the Charms.
Now listen, pretty baby, you can't leave me now. Oh, listen, pretty baby, please don't let me down. You told me we would never part, never part. I want you loving, baby, honest I do. I need you loving, baby, please don't say we're through. Oh, darling, don't you ever go. Now, darling, oh, darling, you know I love you so. No matter what you think of me, I'll never, never let you go. I want you loving, baby, honest I do. I need you loving, baby, please don't say we're through. Oh, darling.
say we're through. Oh, darling, don't you ever go.
That's the debut single for the Charms. Otis Williams on lead. The Charms out of Cincinnati, Ohio, on a Cincinnati label. Well, I don't know. Maybe the label really managed out of Miami. I don't know. But it's possible. But it's for July 1953 there. The Charms with Loving Baby, the flip side of Heaven Only Knows. We are in the year 1953, and I'd like to feature some blues here on the 78 show for this artist born Marion Walter Jacobs in Marksville, Louisiana, vocalist, guitarist, and harmonica player. First recording for the Orionelli label back in 1947, and you know him as Little Walter. Actually, I think he recorded as a Little Walter Trio on Regal Records and also a Parkway label, not the Philly Parkway label. I think he also has a release on the Chance, that Black Chance 78 label. But had signed with Checker Records in 1952. This is his fifth release on the Checker label. It's a song he wrote from December of 1953. This is Little Walter and his Jukes, Jukes, on the Checker label. It's called You're So Fine, Little Walter.
You're so fine, you're all the time. You're so fine, pretty baby, let me love you all the time. Well, and I got a girl, she's fine and brown. What I like about her, she's mine, oh mine. She's so fine, yeah, she's so fine. You so fine, pretty baby, let me love you all the time. Well, I wanna give you all my money, buy you diamond, everything. Say you be mine, baby, and we will make romance. You so fine, yeah, you so fine. You are a fine, healthy thing. I wanna love you all the time. Conversation, baby, made me talk myself to death. I'm in love with you, baby, and I don't want nobody else. You so fine, yeah, you so fine. You're the fine, healthy thing. I wanna love you all the time. All the time. Now you know I love you, baby, and I just can't help myself. I'm going crazy 'cause you're loving someone else. You so fine, yeah, you so fine. You are a fine, healthy thing. Let me love you all the time.
The blues blues here on the All 78 show there. That's Little Walter and his Jukes from December 1953 on Leonard Chess's Checker record label, his fifth release on the Checker label. You're So Fine is the name of the tune. Thank you all for being here for this 78 show. Again, if you're new to the program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. This is the second show of the week. This show is not every week, though. I will not be back next Thursday. I'll be back the Thursday after that, as I need a little bit more time to prepare for this show with the other two shows that I do. I do a soul show on Wednesday night beginning at 9 p.m., and I do the big rhythm and blues vocal group R&B show on 45's, that is. That's on this coming Saturday night. So if you're around Saturday evening, or you listen, we're getting lots of views on, I'm telling you, I'm up to like 1,600 views on the program. So that is a lot compared to when I started doing this a while back. So thank you all for coming to this, or discovering this channel. I know many of you with the algorithm on YouTube are being suggested with so many people coming to the program, so it just quickly expands. So that is a good thing. There's some little problems that happen when a show like this expands, but they're all good problems, I have to say, as we continue here. But I only did this 78 show on a whim. Because I had so many people, especially out in the UK, that wanted me to play 78. So I started it, and I said, if you like it, send me an email. But then I got bombarded by all these emails, and they want me to continue with this. And I never knew I would be playing a record from 1931 here on the program. So I know many of you still enjoy listening to these records here. Many of you for the first time hearing a lot of these records. And I had them here for years in the house, because I want to say I'm a hoarder of records, but I used to buy things that looked interesting. Now, a lot of them I have to clean. Other ones have been in the collection for years. And I was basically a 45 collector. And then when Greg started offering me some 78s, and Spence started offering me some 78s, and I picked up some of my own when I used to find them at flea markets, like Cool Records, that from vocal groups. And so then Spence started telling me, Johnny, these are good to have. They're not that expensive, and maybe you should, you should buy some of these. And he was getting them from Lou Haggis. I think, Lou Haggis, he had a lot of the 78s. And he brought them here, and I played them on the set, and I kept them. Well, I bought them from Spence. I miss him dearly, I do. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, we are in the year 1954 now, as we head to Detroit, Michigan. This comes on a 45, which I do have, this group. The second one does not, but this is their first of two on the Great Lakes label. Now, the members are all mentioned on the label, and the lead singer goes by the name of Milton Harris, who co-wrote this tune with Sax Carey, who was actually a pretty big guy back in the 1950s and into the 1960s, with lots of songs up in Chicago and in Detroit. So this is their first on the Great Lakes label. It's from January 54. These are the Imperials. The Imperials on Great Lakes with their tune called Life of Ease.
Oh, baby, just let me alone. Leave me be. I'm tired of all the women making a fool of me. Oh, baby, baby, can't you see? I want a life of peace. Oh, baby, just let me alone. Leave me be. At this rate, you be killing me. Oh, baby, baby, can't you see? I want a life of peace.
Dapper Dan, 6 timid men, and some of the fellas you know. Cause when I get to rockin' all night long,
just let me alone. Leave me be. A day and all night is too much for me. Oh, baby, baby, can't you see? I want a life of peace. Oh, baby.
Easy, baby, well, easy, baby, well, easy, baby, well,
doo-wop, doo-wop. Easy, baby, jazz, doo-wop, doo-wop. Easy, baby, jazz, doo-wop, doo-wop. Easy, baby, jazz, doo-wop, doo-wop. Easy, baby, what I want life for me, blow. Doo-wop, doo-wop. Easy, baby, jazz, doo-wop, doo-wop. Easy, baby, jazz, doo-wop, doo-wop.
Now you don't need that 60-minute man and some of the bells you know. Cause when I get to rockin' all night long,
just let me alone. Leave me be. At this pace you be killing me. Oh baby, baby, can't you see? I want life of ease. Well, I want a life of ease.
As January 1954 release there for the Imperials. Imperials on the Great Lakes label, their first of two. That is with, what do I say here? Milton Harris on lead. Life of Ease is the name of the tune. Who said life would be easy? As we continue in the year 1954, we go out to Los Angeles, California. This is a flip side from the last 78 show. I featured the Flares on the Bahari Brothers Flair record label, but they decided to change their name for this release to the Chimes. And the side I played was called Love Me, Love Me, Love Me. That featured Cornell Gunther on lead. I think they're all singing on the flip side here. From September of 1954, let's flip over the Chimes, a.k.a. the Flares on Flair. And this side is called My Heart's Crying for You from September 1954, the Chimes.
My heart's crying for you. My heart's crying for you. My heart's crying for you. Baby, please come home. I wonder where are you? My love is true for you. My heart's crying for you. Baby, please come home. Tell me what I did to hurt you. Why you left me blue? Darling, I love you. Won't you be true? I know I'll never, never let you go. Oh, I know I'll never, never let you go. Oh, I know I'll never, never let you go. Darling, be true, 'cause I love you. Tell me what I did to hurt you. Why you left me blue? Darling, I love you. Won't you be true? I know I'll never, never let you go. Oh, I know I'll never, never let you go. Oh, I know I'll never, never let you go. Darling, be true, 'cause I love you. Baby, tell me what I did to hurt you. Why you left me blue? Darling, I love you. Won't you be true? I know I'll never, never let you go. Oh, I know I'll never, never let you go. Oh, I know I'll never, never let you go. Darling, be true, 'cause I love you. Baby, please be true.
Yeah, those those are the Flares, but as the Chimes on this release on the Bahari Brothers Flare record label from September 54, My Heart's Crying for You is the name of the tune. I think although this, we stay in Los Angeles, California now with this group, which really didn't find success until their manager, Buck Graham, led them to Mercury Records, where they had a ton of hits. But prior to that, they recorded for the Federal record label, had 6 releases on Sid Nathan's Federal record label. And this was initially their 4th release that came out in June of 1954. But when they had a big hit, it had to be Only You, I think, in late 54 going into 1955. Federal Records would re-release this song. And they put it out in December of was it December 55? Is that when it was? As I'm losing my mind? Yeah, I think it was December 55. But, and that's the one I'm featuring, the one that came out in December 55, although I do have on a 45 the June 54 release. But it features Tony Williams on lead. These are the Platters on Federal. We'll send it out to Gordy Freeman. I know he likes this tune. The Platters on Federal with their tune called Tell the World, the Platters.
Tell the world that I was searching for a love I've never known, though I've looked the wide world over, there were none to call my own. Tell the world that I was crying every minute, every mile. Tell them that I stopped my crying when you touch me with your smile. Oh, when your heart greeted mine, my heart whispered, cry no more, cry no more. And in your eyes was the sign that all my life I'd waited for. Tell the world you've made me happy from the moment I met you. Tell the world how much I love you. And I'll tell the world I do. Tell the world I do.
There you go, early Platters here on the All 78 show on Sid Nathan's Federal record label, originally released in June of 54. That is the second go-round, December 1955. The Platters with the Tony Williams on lead. Tell the World is the name of the tune. Let us continue here. And what do I got here? March 56, out of whack here on this as we head to Philadelphia here for this group's second of 6 for the Atco record label. A tune written by Billy Dawn Smith and William Henry Miller, features Yvonne Mills on lead. This is from March 56. I went out of order here, Charlene, I guess. The Sensations, Yvonne Mills and the Sensations on the Atco record label. And their tune is called Please Mr. Disc Jockey. Sounds so good on a Mint 78.
Yes, sir, you're my baby.
preacher, this is what I'll say.
Oh yeah, he's my baby. Yes, I mean it, I don't mean maybe. Yes, sir, he's my baby now. Yes, sir, you're my baby now.
Yeah, I messed up on that one there. I copied I copied in the wrong data. So what happens is, Charlene maintains a database for Johnny G, and it's every record I played since, was it, Charlene, is it 2009 maybe that I played here on the program? So anyway, I was looking for a good write-up on the sensation, so I must have copied this. It's not the greatest write-up, but anyway, I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't change the date or whatever, so it says March 56. That is not the case. This is a October 55 release. It's their debut single on the Atco record label. Their rendition of the tune, Yes Sir, That's My Baby. So that is an error on your host, Johnny G. I can make one error a show, can I? As we continue here. And we have one more out of the year 1955 here. And you know Johnny G's feelings of styrene 45s. But do you know my feeling about styrene 78s? So I guess because Why Do Fools Fall in Love was such a big hit, who would they have contracted with to press up styrene 78s? Because I don't think Goldner did that. So he probably had to get somebody else into the mix. And it wasn't Columbia who was pressing styrene 78s at this time in 1955. So what pressing plant did that? Because this is a styrene 78, one of the few I do have. I have another one by Buchanan and Goodman with the Flying Saucer, but again, it was a hit, and you'd go to another company to press them up, so he must have contracted Goldner with somebody else to do it. But we're going to hear the flip side, the B-side, to Why Do Fools Fall in Love by Frankie Lymon and the Teenagers. And this is on George Goldner's G label, but it's interesting that it is a styrene. From December 55, the Teenagers with Frankie Lymon on lead. The B-side to Why Do Fools Fall in Love, a song called Please Be Mine. And I think Lymon wrote this with George Goldner also. Really? I don't know. But here we go. Styrene.
Do, do, do.
Well, darling, you know how I long for you. My heart is going strong for you. Will you please be mine?
go. That's Frankie, Lymon, and the Teenagers. That's the flip side of Why Do Fools Fall in Love? Now, this is weird. Let me just see something in the Dead Wax here. It says, you know, it's stamped in the Dead Wax. It's a stamper here. It says RR 3042. So this isn't a bootleg here. It's got the G stampers in it. This is weird. It's a styrene press. And on the other side also, well, it's a little wider there, Darren, on this side. But this is stamped in the Dead Wax, just like you would get the 45 stamped. But, so I don't know what happened with this one here. Something kind of odd. But anyway, there you go. Sounding good on a Styrene 78. Frankie Lymon with the Teenagers, December 55, the debut single, the B-side. Song entitled Please Be Mine. Let's go to San Francisco, California here, as we are in the year 1956. We go to Ray Dobard's Music City record label. This is the group's third of 6 on Music City. They're called the Gaylarks, and the lead singer on this, he wrote this tune. His name is Ben Richards. This is from 1956, the Gaylarks on Music City. It's called My Greatest Sin, the Gaylarks.
My greatest sin is loving you. Oh yes, oh I do. That's why I love you so. That's why I love you so. Well, pray for me. Oh, that my sin of loving you. Forgive me for what I do. Oh, oh yeah, for loving you. Oh yes, oh I do. That's why I love you so. Well, pray for me. Oh, and my sin of loving you. Well, Lord above, forgive me for what I do. Oh, oh yeah, for loving you. Oh yes, oh I do. That's why I love you so. Love you so. Oh, my.
Sound a little bit off there, they did. The Gaylarks there. That's Ben Richards on lead, 1956. That's their third of 6. Is that right? Third of 6? Wait a minute, their third. Yeah, they said they did 6. I don't know. The Gaylarks there. I know they backed up. They were the backup group with Johnny Hartzman in 1957. I forget the instrumental there. They were in the background. That's My Greatest Sin is the name of the tune. 2 more 78s to go before we sign off here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. They're both in the year 1956. And this next blues artist born in Centerville, Texas, and recorded for many different labels during his career: RPM, Mercury, Jack, Sitting In With, TNT, Harlem, Aladdin, State, what is this here? Bluesville, Decca Records, Imperial, and there's one on the Herald label. It's a song he wrote from November 1956. Let's give a listen to Lightnin Hopkins. Lightnin Hopkins on the Herald record label. The song is called Shine On Moon.
Shine on, shining moon. Shining moon, shine on, shine on. Shine on, shining moon. Shine on, shining moon, shine on. I want you to shine on, shining moon, give me your light, so I can see my way back home. Twinkle, little star, side the moon above my head. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, side the moon above my head. I was cruising in the light, I felt like I was in heaven. Yes, moon, when I wasn't dead. Shine on, shining moon. Please let me see your light again. Shine on, shining moon. Let me see your light again. You know that the moon, Lord, I want it to shine on me again.
There you go there. Sound of the Blues here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, all 78 edition on Al Silver's Herald Records, November 1956. Lightnin Hopkins there with his tune called Shine On Moon. That's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G, listening to these cool 78s out of my collection. If you have a request, not so much so for this show, but I try to fill them here if I can. But also for the Soul Show, also for the Saturday Night Show, send me an email at vinyltreasures@aol.com, and that would be a good thing. So I will be back here with the 78s in 2 weeks from today. What is that, 9/24? 9/16, 23. It will be here January 23rd. I will be back here with the 78 show. So I hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed this afternoon listening to the 78s. Hope you did too. And I hope to see some of you Saturday night here. Also maybe next Wednesday evening. But we're going to close the show out of California, out of Los Angeles here, with a duet of sisters recorded for the Bahari Brothers RPM record label. They were Betty Betty and Rosie. Betty and Rosie Collins were also the sisters to Aaron Collins. He was the founding member of the Cadets/Jacks, and he was instrumental with getting them a contract with the Bahari Brothers RPM record label. Of course, I played there. Didn't I feature Eddie My Love a couple weeks ago or whatever, or at least the flip side just goofed? But this was their 4th of 6 on the RP, or 4th of 5, I don't know, 5 or 6. 45 Cat had them all messed up. So, you got to be careful when you count them there. But anyway, it's their 4th release here on the RPM record label. I like this tune, too, from August 1956, our closer for this afternoon, the Teen Queens on RPM Records. It's called Love, Sweet Love. That's going to do it, folks. Thank you all for being here. I will see you next time right here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Don't forget, if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please consider doing that and tell your friends about it. Click that bell to get notifications, and please continue to look at the YouTube site. I will be putting when my shows will be going live. They'll be there. You can click that notification. It'll send you an email when I go live. That's going to do it, folks. Everybody stay well. I'll see you next time right here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Just want to say, everybody, so long, the Teen Queens.
I don't need no diamond ring if you want my heart to sing. All you need to do is bring love, sweet love. I don't need no silly notes, paper